Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you today how you can use Desmos to animate your name. So here's an example of my name animated. You could see the equations listed here on the left. I have worked with different parent functions. I changed the parameters, and I also added a little bit of animation. So I'm going to show you only how to do one letter today, so this video won't be too long, and then you can go ahead and get creative and try the rest on your own. So the first thing you would want to do is open a new page and just create a blank graph. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I have a blank graph. So let's say I want to show you how to create the letter A. What I like to do is sketch it on a sheet of paper to see the kind of A I would like to draw. So for example, we can draw A with a rounded arch, or we can draw an A that is a little pointier. And the way you decide to draw will depend on the equation you use. So I'm going to go with the rounded part, and I can already see, I don't know if you notice, but the top part right here, which I'm going to highlight in blue, looks like an upside down parabola. So let's go back to the Desmos, and I'm going to first write down the equation of a parabola. The general form is y equals to x minus h. I'm going to go ahead and put in the parameters squared and then plus k. So right now it doesn't show up, but if I add the sliders, the k and the h, we can actually also add an a value. The k will move it up or down. A will flip the direction of your graph, make it steeper or wider, and the h will move it left to right. But there's another thing we're going to have to do when we write the letter A, because if you can see, the graph continues forever, and I want to stop the graph at some point. So let's go ahead and plug in values instead of our HK. I'm going to plug in numbers. So instead of H, maybe let's say we want our graph to be at 0, 0. So right now I'm going to eliminate my H, I'm going to eliminate my K, and I'm also going to eliminate my A. So right now we just have a parabola that's opening up. Now, if I wanted to flip it, then I'm going to make a negative in front of my x. Now, if I want to move my graph to the right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to subtract maybe 3. So what I did right now is I shifted the graph 3 right, and possibly we want to bring it up to 5. So I'm going to add 5 on the outside. I'm going to do plus 5. So you can kind of see that A shape happening. Now, if you want to cut off your graph, then just click where you would like to cut off. So here, x is 0.764 and x is 5.236. All right, what you want to do to cut off your parabola is decide where you want to end the graph. So you can click on and see that the graph here for x is between 0.764 and 5.236. You could estimate it. You can say around 0.8 and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put brackets. 0.8 is less than x is less than 5. Now, once you write something in, you can always change it later. And I'm going to go ahead and add from 5.2 maybe. There we go. All right, so I have my A-like shape happening. Now I want a line to go across somewhere in the middle. So where would you like that line to be? You can scroll up and see where the y values are. So you could see y is going to 3.3, 3.5. That would be a little high. So maybe around 2.75. So I'm going to go ahead and write 2.8. So that is another equation, y equals 2.8. And now I have my A looking, but I have to cut off my line. So again, you want to restrict the domain, and if you click, it looks like X is between 1.5 and 4.5. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and put brackets 1.5 less than X less than 4.5. There we go. All right, so now you notice we have our A. If you would like to change the color, well, it's very simple to change the color. You just go to the little edit list here. It's actually the setting button, and you click on that, and then you could change your color. So instead of red, let's say I wanted purple, so I'll change that to purple. You can also change the width of your line. So instead of 2.5, maybe I want to make it thicker, 7. Maybe I want the A to be dotted, or I want it to be lined like this. So you can change the way the appearance is. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the line one to purple as well, so it looks like it is the same letter. I'm going to go ahead and change that thickness to 7. And so here is the letter A. All right, one more thing I want to show you is how you can actually animate this letter A. What does it mean? You could move it up or down or side to side. So if I want to move this up, then I can just add a letter next to the brackets. You can choose a letter such as K or L or M, whatever you choose. So I'm just going to do plus L. And then I'm going to add a slider. Notice the slider says between -10 and 10. Now you can click play, and you'll see that now my A is going up and down, and it's going to go up and down between -10 and 10. But what about the line in the middle? That is not going up with it. So how can I make the line in the middle go up along with it? Well, we're going to also have to, so let me put that back. Stop that. I'm going to also add the letter L to the equation y equals 2.8. So I'm going to put plus L. So in other words, this is telling Desmos to shift both equations together. So here we go. Now we have the A moving up and down together. But what if you don't want it to go so far up and down? Then what can we do? Well, if I pause this and I click on this, it shows me what would you like the range to be. So we can click that and say, let's say we only want it to go between -1 and possibly +2. So I will save that, and then let's see what it looks like. So now I have limited it to go up and down between -1 and 2. So this, for example, is the letter A, but you can go ahead and add other letters and have fun with this.